you've got to make the decision. And I know that sometimes we can get in this place where we are too afraid to make a decision because we don't have all the answers yet. But sometimes making a decision brings in more answers, more clarity. And so then you can make better decisions, but you've got to start. You've got to start by making something. You've got to do something. Hi guys, welcome in. This is your reading and this is the Awakened Jen. All right, so today we're going to do a twin flame reading. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I think it's time to do some check-ins. So I'm going to do one full reading for the twin flame collective, and then in the extended, I will break it out. I'll do two extendeds on this one, and I'll break it out into the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and we'll just see what's going on with each of them. But right now, we're just going to focus on the actual relationship, see where things are at, and get some information about that. And I will link all of that down in the description box below. And if you'd like to join me, let's keep going. All right. So we're going to use the Whispers of Love Oracle. We'll pull a couple cards from that just to kind of get a feel for where the divine masculine and the divine feminine are, what they need most right now in regards to love. And then we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot to pull the rest of the spread to get more information about what is going on. We'll pull a 3-card spread. It will be the energy of the divine masculine, the energy of the divine feminine, and then the potential for the potential outcome for the relationship. All right. So while I'm shuffling, I'm going to set some intentions. All right. So my first intention is that if you found this message, there is something in here for you. My next intention is that anyone who needs to hear the messages that come out in this reading will find it at the exact right time that they need it most. I set the intention that all the messages that come out will be for our highest good. And I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given all the right words and phrases, anything needed in order to communicate it as clearly and as effectively as possible. Okay. All right. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I would appreciate if you would subscribe, and if you found the video helpful, please like, comment, share. All of that helps more people be able to see my messages, and it helps me to be able to keep doing this and bring more information to you. All right. I do other readings throughout the week. I do zodiacs monthly. I do twin flame, ancestor, angel, spiritual path. So I've got a lot going on. If you'll just check out and see what else I have available. All right. So this week we've got a lot of stuff happening with astrology too. So we've got the full moon in Virgo that is, I think it's considered the 7th, but it might be going into the overnight tonight. I haven't really looked at that. I just know that it's around the 7th. And then we also have Saturn moving into Pisces. And if you keep up on all of this, there's a lot of talk about it. Saturn stays in a sign for, I think, 2.5 years. And so it's been in Aquarius for the past 2.5 years, and now it's going to move into Pisces. And Pisces is just kind of a lighter energy overall. And so we should get a little bit of release here in the next, few weeks. I mean, starting this week though, because it goes tomorrow. All right, so there is just a lot going on. And then the full moon in Virgo, full moons are about setting your intentions for manifesting. No, sorry, that's new moons. Full moons are about releasing. And so if there's things that have been hanging on in your life, that it's time to, let them go. This is a good time to kind of do away with the stuff that no longer serves you so that you make space for the things that are meant for you. All right. So let's get started. Deep breath. All right. So I'm going to pull 2 cards. One is going to be for the masculine, one's going to be for the feminine. What does the masculine need to know right now? What does he need in regards to love right now? Masculine. Masculine need for love right now. Okay. We've got patience. Have patience. All right. Let's see, what does the feminine need? Love is patient. Love is kind. Okay, what does the feminine need right now? Focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Okay, so she might have her heart a little closed off right now. And the masculine might actually be feeling that. And he's getting a little bit impatient. All right. Now, deep breath. All right, so 3 cards. First is the current energy for the masculine. Second is current energy for the feminine. And third is the potential outcome right now where things stand. All right, masculine. We've got the wheel. He's closing out a cycle. All right. And of course, when you close out one cycle, it is starting the next cycle. All right, feminine. Page of Swords. She's very focused on learning a lot of stuff right now. All right. And potential outcome. We've got the Fool. So this is just like that full trust release into what God has for you. All right. So overall, I'm just, to step back, I'm looking, and this is really positive energy. I'm going to go ahead and see what signs have popped in for us. So the World is Capricorn, and the Fool, Aquarius. So we've got Capricorn and Aquarius have shown up. And Aquarius. And I think another part of the astrology stuff that I have seen is that Pluto is moving into Aquarius. And now Pluto will stay, I think it's like 200 years in a sign. So nobody's ever seen it out of where it's at, out of the people who are alive today. So this is going to be new energy for all of us. All right. We're going to start with the Oracle. Have patience. And that's number 33. Or it's page 33. Have patience. Love is patient. Love is kind. Always. Work on being more patient. If you lack patience with others, remember that they are human and different from you. If your impatience has to do with an outcome, know your prayers are being answered. Have a little more patience. You might be in a tense situation that is beyond your control. Be aware of the thoughts that precede any frustrations or anxious feelings. Pay attention to your self-talk. All things arrive in their perfect time. Try to distract yourself while you are waiting for things to come to fruition. Engage in an activity that will occupy your time. The time will magically pass while you are otherwise engrossed. Look for ways to be patient. A small child contemplates the water while floating on a lotus flower. Lotus flowers rise from still and muddy water to prove grace and beauty can come from gloomy circumstances. Behind the girl, waterfalls flow into the body of water that she glides on. This may indicate the arrival of various points and not one singular event. Okay, so like the first hit that I got off of that, just after looking at the cards that are out, okay? So, like the masculine's energy right now, he's done with whatever cycle he's been in. He's ready to move to the next one, right? Well, typically the way that these relationships work, it's the feminine is waiting on the masculine to get ready. And my assumption is that because really where the tides change in this relationship is, okay, the feminine focuses so heavily on the masculine, and that's what causes him to run. Okay, until she turns that focus onto herself and starts really discovering who she is and why she's here and what that purpose is, and just kind of just fully, just goes all in with whatever this is and loses all of, this, not the attachment, but the toxic attachment. So she loses her focus on, like, let him do whatever he's doing. He's got to work through his stuff just like I've got to work through my stuff. That's what I'm seeing in this, is that, she put her focus elsewhere. And so now then that has been like, that shift in energy has been felt by the masculine. And now then he's ready to come back. And it's always that the runner becomes the chaser kind of thing. But I just saw 11:11. Okay, so and I've been seeing that a lot lately. But this is going as it's supposed to go, because the feminine has to get to that point where she does release her toxic attachment, and she's got to put that focus on herself and the things that she's trying to build and create for herself. And if he shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. She doesn't lose the love for him. It's just that she loses that just obsession, that the codependency, my life will not be complete if I don't have this person in my life. She loses all of that because she understands that we are all connected. She understands how the lessons work. She understands that we've been doing this for lifetimes, and that we will keep doing this for lifetimes until we get it right. So she's going to do what she can right now to get it right. And if she doesn't, we'll just do it again the next time, right? She understands this. And so now then it's caused this shift. It's helped to close out the cycle that the masculine has been in. And it's helping to really move things forward, even if she's not aware of it. Okay. Focus on love was her card. Focus on love. That is page 40. Look for the good in everyone. It is easy to see the faults in other people. Think of the positive characteristics of the people in your life. Remember the things that caused you to love them in the first place. Focusing on the love will change and heal any negativity that there is. You may be experiencing a rough patch with someone that you share a relationship with. Work towards turning things around. Show you how. How you perceive a situation has a lot to do with how you feel about it. Be good to people, no matter who they are or what role they play in your life. When you approach relationships with a positive mindset, you reinforce the love in your life. Strive to be supportive and loving. Foster the good in others, and the return will be tenfold. A wood nymph offers her hand to a dragon. Dragons symbolize power, magic, and balance. The orange, yellow, and green tones in the card point to a relationship, communication, and healing. A situation may feel intimidating, but you have the tools to get on track. Okay. Okay, so part of that shift for her may have been just that she'd been hurt too many times, and like she did close off her heart a little bit. And so now then it's time to remember that not everybody is bad, that everybody has good and bad. that even those people that we completely idolize will have faults. We all do. But it's the balance. It's the balance. Do their faults outweigh the good? Then that's toxic. I mean, but if it's their good outweighs their faults, then that's human. And that's healthy to move forward with, because you're not going to find anybody without faults. And so you've got to have your heart open and just know what are your deal breakers. Because when you know what your deal breakers are, then when they show up, just shut it down right there. Don't mess with it. And I mean, just know that's who you are. Speak it from the beginning. If you do this, that's it. This is what I'm here for. This is what I can offer you. So we're going to move on with the rest of this reading, but we've got the world for the masculine. So that is completion, joy, wholeness, achievement, happy endings, abundance, success, new levels of consciousness, literally traveling the world. Okay. The world brings one of the most positive and abundant messages in the tarot. Congratulations, you have come so far. A large project or period in your life is coming to a successful conclusion, and it's time to revel in the sweet afterglow of your success. If you're not quite there yet, take this card as a sign that you're on the right path, so your patience will pay off. Consciously step into the world's ascension energy and welcome this beautiful shift as your inner spiritual landscape merges with your outer reality. As you reach this stage of fruition, remain focused. Don't slacken your resolve as you glimpse the magic at the end of the long journey, because it's time to follow through with your final steps and complete this cycle. Even in shadow, the world is a positive card that signals bliss and happy endings, with oodles of positive energy on the way. I accept this gift of completion, and I ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness, and I am love. Okay. And then the feminine is Page of Swords. Restless energy, curiosity, a thirst for information, learning new things, an apprentice or student, intellectual pursuits, ideas, and reasoning, a messenger. Curious and intelligent, this page has a thirst for knowledge that seems unquenchable. She's an incredibly quick-witted communicator, and she's often compelled to share her many ideas or messages with others. As a divine feminine, I relate. At many times, she's so talkative that it becomes too much for others to process, and her intense energy can come across as unsettled or even nervous. She suggests using an air of inventiveness to your current pursuit. Your goals will be met by walking a path of honest discovery, especially where others are concerned. Keep the light bulbs of curiosity turned on and cultivate a beginner's mindset as you strive to learn new things. Avoid falling into gossip or even arrogance with your communication. In shadow, this page can be all talk and no action. Remember that everyone who crosses your path has something specific to teach you, and that mirrors are all around you. Remain open to unexpected lessons, share truthfully, and delight in every interaction. I learn and expand my consciousness and open up to new opportunities for my life. Okay, so I just want to speak what did just hit with the mirrors, how mirrors are all around you, and that like the triggers in your life are teaching you something. What in the world has she gotten hold of over here? Dog has torn something up. Okay. All right. Anyways, so everybody is a mirror, and so like your triggers, when somebody outside of you triggers you, they're triggering something inside of you that needs to be looked at and healed. And so it doesn't even necessarily mean that they are bad or that they're doing something, intentionally to hurt or harm you. most of the time, the trigger didn't even have anything to do with that person at all. If you really sit and think about it, that trigger is telling you about something way back, usually from your childhood, that never got addressed, never got healed. And so it's amplified by whatever the issue is that has triggered it right now. So make sure that when you are addressing the issues that pop up in your life, that you are addressing that issue and not one that was way, way, way back in your past. So make sure that you're only and that just takes time to step back, not react, understand. When you feel the trigger, just feel it. Sit with it for a minute and see, like, is this valid? Did this person really do something that I need to address right here in this moment? Or is this just reminding me of something that I've been through before and I'm afraid that I'm going to go through it again? So that was just a little thing that just hit with that. I don't know if somebody out there needs to hear that or what, but it did pop. All right, so the Fool is the potential outcome. New beginnings, potential adventures, enthusiasm, awakening, innocence, optimism. Every dream achieved begins with the seemingly foolish notion that there is something bigger out there, something greater to explore and to become. This childlike optimism comes from deep within your knowing, and it reminds you that you can achieve all the magical things that you've been dreaming. The journey of the soul begins with a single step, and you may find yourself on the edge of an epic journey. Turn toward your future with enthusiasm and know that a divine leap of faith is required in order to claim the reward that the abyss is offering. You may not feel ready. You may not be ready. But there is magic in the air, and the universe is waiting to support you with infinite love and guidance. Trust your intuition as you swan dive into the seed of potential. I am ready for this adventure down my soul path. Okay, so I love where this is headed. It's, something new is on the way, and it's just going to take that full trust. And like I said, this to me is that trust fall, but you're trusting God in this. That's who you're trusting in this. And that's why you know that you can trust it. Let me get some information about, let me see. Give me just some more information about this new beginning. All right, so we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is building your stability. It's building a strong foundation. We've got the Emperor, which is the divine masculine. So somebody has fully stepped into their power. And then we've got the Two of Cups, which is soulmates. It is an emotional choice. Let me read it the way that it says it. All right, Two of Cups is romantic partners, soulmates, friendships, connected hearts, passion, kindred spirits, joyful connection and cooperation, union. Sometimes marriage, duality, love, consciousness. I thrive in partnerships and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. So this is a good movement for this situation. And so you've got, potentially union coming in if everybody can get, lined up. So what can the masculine do to help close out this cycle? What can the masculine do to help close out this cycle? That's too many. Okay. Still too many. What can the masculine do to close out this cycle? Okay. Bring one more. Yes. All right. Oh, I didn't need one more. Okay. Just put that one back. Okay. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is manifesting a new opportunity. the Five of Cups, but it came out in reverse, and then the Two of Swords. So the Five of Cups is about disillusionment, but let me see what it means in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse is not letting go of past trauma, crying over spilled milk, rooting deeply into shadow work without healing and letting go. Old stories that become a part of you. Callousness, becoming jaded. All right. So that's a problem. We want to make sure that we are working on not letting the past cloud the reality of what is happening right now. Making sure that we're releasing the things that do not serve us. So like I said, we've got the full moon. And so that energy will go through, for a few days around that full moon. And so now really is a good time to be releasing the things that don't serve you. And things that you can release are, their mindsets, their belief systems. They're things that they do hold you back, but they may not be a physical thing that you can touch. They may not be a person. They might just literally be all in your head, things that you need to, really rethink. How well is this working for me? How well is this belief system working for me? Is it connecting me closer to people, or is it bringing in separation? And then, what does that separation do to you? Does it bring in anxiety? Does it bring in depression, loneliness, all of, there's always consequences, to every action that we make, and every decision that we make, there's a consequence. It could be good or bad. And so you just got to make sure that you're always looking at the balances of the good and bad, and making sure that you're bringing the best option out. And so the other card that came out was the Two of Swords, which is a very difficult decision that needs to be made. So in order to close out your cycle, for the masculine, you've got to be manifesting a new opportunity to come in. And you do need to be working on that mindset. You do need to be working on releasing the things, that are holding you back. And you've got to make the decision. And I know that sometimes we can get in this place where we are too afraid to make a decision because we don't have all the answers yet. But sometimes making a decision brings in more answers, more clarity. And so then you can make better decisions, but you've got to start. You've got to start by making something. You've got to do something, because just sitting there stuck in your head about it isn't getting you anywhere. That's what keeps you stuck. Okay. All right. And then what can the feminine do to help open her heart to love? What can the feminine do to help open her heart to love, to help bring this relationship in? What can the feminine do to open her heart to love? All right. Okay. So she's got, just put the wish out there. This is really calling out to God, putting that wish out. This is also a card for healing. The Hermit is all about self-reflection, and it can also be being a mentor or a guide, or working with a mentor or a guide. And then the King of Wands is just passion. So in order for her she's going to have to ask for help. This is the help. When she asks for it, it will come in. And then, sitting with the self-reflection, and maybe when she's asked for help, that guide comes in also to help guide her to being able to put herself out there in a way to possibly risk love again. And then just that renewed passion and confidence. All right. So I'm going to stop there. We're going to keep going. Like I said, we're going to pull for the masculine. We'll do one extended for the masculine, one extended for the feminine. We're going to pull just more information guided directly to you. We'll ask more about where we're headed with this. We'll just keep the focus on the oracles that came out. So, the masculine needs to have some patience and help, close as this cycle is closing out before the new one is coming. And then the feminine needs to start kind of opening up her heart space again so that she will be ready for the new beginning when it shows up. All right. So if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. If you hit the little bell for notifications, then you'll be notified as soon as I post new videos, which I post videos about 4 or 5 times a week. So there's a lot. And then if you like this video and found it helpful, please like it and share it with anyone else that you think that it might benefit. And then if this is your story, then let's just keep going. Grab the link down in the description box, and we'll keep going with this, and we'll get more detail in, more guidance in. And then the other thing that I was going to mention is that I have Jen's 333 Collective. So that gives you access to all of the extendeds. It's a monthly subscription. You pay $1 to get all of the extendeds versus just buying them one at a time. And then I also have a link down in the description box if you would like a personal reading. I offer those now too, so you can grab that down below. I have a lot going on, so just check it out. And if you want to keep going with me, grab the link and let's keep going. All right, bye.